Shortly. We're about to start the live stream shortly. We're about to start shortly. Yes. All right. Let me go ahead and put myself on the screen, both on Instagram and on YouTube. All right. Welcome once again, everybody. This is your boy DCee Musik coming to you live from Philly, here at the West Wing. Appreciate you guys for tuning in with me, and we basically about to get started. Let me just basically let you know a little bit about myself. I started out working back around 2002 when I started off as a producer. But I've been doing this since I was a baby. I think my first keyboard that I made beats on was a Yamaha PSR 270. I don't know if anybody remembers those. It's kind of like an older machine, but then when I took it seriously, I was influenced by the times. This was the 2000s, so Swiss Beats, and you had a lot of other producers out there. Of course, Jay Dilla, God rest his soul, basically out there. And I was always like, okay, what type of keyboard can I start off with? So I started off with the Triton, and that was the one that Swiss Beats had. And I found out later on that was the same keyboard that the Neptunes used. I was like, oh, this is a crazy keyboard. So, I went ahead and I basically just started with hardware. That was the whole thing I started off with. And after that, I just got real serious with making beats, and I was just doing it. And I was just like clockwork all the time, trying to basically get myself in the game, just working it out, doing it. And, I was just basically in a situation where I was just trying to, showcase my skills and just get better. And I always tell people, like, when you start off producing, you're not gonna make dope beats overnight. I mean, I'll tell you that right now. I mean, it's not something where it's just something that happens overnight. So you're gonna have to basically just take your time with it and just be good at it and just just work your way up and just basically see like, okay, how good can I get to basically becoming a better producer and a better creative. Um, this is how it just goes. I mean, everybody has their starting point. Mine was back in 2002 with the keyboard, and I mean, I admit I was trash. I was just garbage when it came down to making tracks. Um, but I felt like it was just a good time to basically just really showcase um, just what I wanted to be. And I mean, yes, my day job is a teacher. I see a couple of my learners here on live stream with me. Shout out to both. Shout out to not both of you, but anybody that's coming out, whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you're watching on Instagram. Salute to you. Thank you for coming out and really appreciate the love. But I always said, listen, I'm teaching is my 9 to 5. And I love to teach. I love to basically just spread the knowledge of me being a techie. But, my passion is always going to be music. I mean, I've been doing this for, oh, man. Like I said, I started out taking it seriously back in 2002. And if you basically count the years when I was a baby, just banging on the drums and banging on pots and pans, I think my mom told me a long time ago, I started off like when I was 4, playing with the xylophone. And yeah, it's been a minute, and I will say that. But it basically it has its perks, So let me go ahead and put the vertical screen on. So when you see DCee Musik live, in YouTube, you're gonna always see the big screen right there, right in front of me. You're gonna have the Ableton screen right here. Of course, me on the bottom right. When you see me on Instagram, screen is up top. My logo's in the middle. Of course, I'm promoting my Bandcamp, dc.bandcamp.com. If you want to go ahead and listen to any of the tracks that I've made in the past and you want to support me, dc.bandcamp.com. That is what I use. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be, I know, kind of controversial in this, but I'm not a fan of DistroKid. Sorry. But yeah, so tonight, this is the premiere. This is what everybody's been waiting on. This is what I've been waiting on. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And I'm very happy that you could come along for the ride and show a brother some love. And for everybody that's tuning in, appreciate you all. Comment. Let me know what you're feeling it. Let me know if you're not feeling it. So I'm going to just go ahead and backtrack on a few tracks that I've made previously. And yeah, I'm going to just go through a couple of joints, a couple of tracks that I made in the past. So let me see which one I have on me. Which one was it? And I gotta remember, there's certain beats that I have on here that I cannot play because some of these tracks are artist tracks, and they paid me to do those, so not everything can be played. But I think I got one here. Let me see if this Baker special works out. Let me check this one out real quick. And yes, Zach, I do use Windows 11 Pro. A lot of people may have this question, yo, what's better, Mac, PC, Mac? Now, I'll say this, right? I do, as a creative, love to use a Mac, but the only thing I don't like about Mac sometimes now is like, once again, the price. But if Macs were a little bit more reasonable price wise, I'll definitely be all the way with the Mac. But the PC has definitely stepped this game up since Windows 7. XP was like the one that really got me hype about making music on the PC, because I was like, oh man, if I make music, I gotta use a Mac. But look, the cheapest Mac you could get nowadays is like $500, $600. And don't get me started with these tariffs. I mean, that's a whole nother subject in itself. But we're not going to get too overly political on this show. And oh yeah, just to let you guys know that I will try to basically do this baby monthly. But you want to holler at me, you want to basically just let me know your comments or whatever, what you're feeling on it. So yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So what I'm gonna show you guys, um, starting and go here. Okay, so once again, I'm using Ableton Live. This is the baby that I use the most. I know some people use FL Studio. I know some people use Logic. I am Ableton. So matter of fact, shout out to Afro DJ Mac. He was one of the people that I went to. I went to a master class of his a couple of years back at Drexel, and I was hooked ever since. And also shout out to Wino Willie. I don't know if you're watching, but Wino, you are my sensei when it comes down to Ableton. You taught me everything I know, and now it's my turn to basically pass the knowledge about what I know. So starting out with this track, I basically like to cut up samples. That's what I like to do. Sometimes I will play a couple of things on the keyboard. I may do that later on tonight when I have that part when I make a beat. Certain things like that. Yeah, I see a couple of people saying you don't know who has equipment. Yeah. So, but once again, everybody has a different workflow. I'm never going to say one is better than the other. I tried them all. I tried Mac, I tried PC, I was hardware. I started out working. I started out with hardware. I started out with the Triton. That was the thing, the Korg Triton. I had a Korg Triton, XV 2020, and Pro Tools, and didn't know jack squat about how to use MIDI. Like, I was just making beats. Everything was sequenced on the Triton because I knew how to use the Triton sequencer. But that's a different story in itself, and that's a whole. One day I'll talk about that story probably in one of my thoughts on Instagram. So but getting into it. So when I start off with a sample, I always like to use it the piano way. So right here on the camera, I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera. I'm using the Arteria Keylab 61. And I like to basically do stuff hands-on. So, let me see. Where is that sample at? Let me go here. Yeah, so basically, I started off with the sample that sounded like this. So, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this beat, and I'll just go back and I'll just show you how everything is, and I'll break down every part of the track. So enjoy. Yeah, so that was a good one. Now breaking it down a little bit on this, which I'm going to basically do a lot here. Of course, I showed you the sample, and what I did was to basically make it. I broke it up in like parts. Always like I come from that era where, when you sampled stuff, you had to actually know how to filter, and especially back in the days where people was using MPCs and stuff like that. And of course, I used the Triton, so I learned what they call the ADSR, the attack, decay, sustain, release, and those were the little pieces that you had to understand, so that way certain things you had to know how to design and freak a sample or whatever. But you also had to know your filters. You had to know what they call high pass and low pass. High pass and low pass. Um, High pass is more of like, I don't know if I'm making this like, I don't know if I'm going back and forth with it, but high pass is anything that's high frequency is kept in. Anything that's low uh, goes goes away. Anything low pass, that's where you basically get the sound. That's where you get that little bass, that little bass level. So, but once again, if I'm going a little bit back and forth on that, let me know in the comments if I'm stand corrected wrong. Uh, but but just breaking it down. When you hear let me just put the samples in, and let me where's that all together? Okay, so I'm gonna just play the sample by itself, and I'm gonna just break down what they are. This is the main sample. Start off with here. Basically, take down the take the bass out, put the just bass notes. That's all you're hearing, right there. And then the main sample without the vocals. I took the vocals out. And then basically there is the last part. Right there. And of course, I like to use drum loops, so I basically use the drum loop. So I'll play that right there part. So, matter of fact, let me play that drum loop one more time. That note was funky. So yeah, there it is right there. So that was just basically one of the joints that I like to work with, and you know, I like to try out different things, and I need to see if I could find something that I actually worked on. All right, so let me use this one right here. So, all right, once again, if you're loving it, comment. Let me know what's good. Let me know if you're feeling it. Um, Hit me up on the let me see. I'm trying to see what's going on YouTube as well. See if my YouTube connection is working. See if I'm live on there. You know, as a lot of people basically try to figure out what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm on there. So wow. Okay. So we are live. Well. Awesome, awesome, amazing, amazing, amazing. Um, wow, I did not think that I was gonna be able to do a dual stream. I thought my internet was garbage. But anyway, um, you know, uh, Team Verizon. Anyway, um, so um, one of the joints I did, and let me. Okay, so this one I was messing around and I wanted to do something like a little bit throwback ish, but at the same time, I wanted to do the whole thing where I was using um like vocal samples. So this is another one that I did. So I'll break down all of this, and it's sort of like I, it's sort of like a throwback slash futuristic. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I like to just make beats and just randomly put stuff together. So that's just my approach. Just who I am. So enjoy this one. Yeah, so I didn't want to go too much into it. Yeah, because that's actually one of the joints I'm working on for Volume 3. So that is it's called Everywhere. That's the joint because I wanted because that the idea of that I want to make the vocals to basically sound like something in 7.1, something where like I'm putting all that in Dolby Atmos or something like that. So I'm still working on that and I'm trying to make that work. So stay tuned. Um, Let me see. You know what? All right. So okay. So while I go ahead and wait for this thing to load, I'm just gonna go through a. I'm actually gonna just make a beat and just enjoy the process with me, roll with me. I know some people want to stay on. I mean, but stay with me, man. I'm here. I'm here. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So let's basically work on a track. So let me see what I'm into right now. What do I want to do? Um, Let me see. Hang on. This is more like I'm in. Every time when I start off a track, I always basically have this process where I just try to look for sounds, and you try to start off with something. So, um, you know, you you have this idea about what you want to put out, but you're sometimes not so sure all the time about it. You know, so so let's go. Okay, let's basically now. Of course, I ain't that great of a piano player, but I got a couple of chords on me. So yeah, so I ain't gonna get too deep into that because you know there's this song that I like to play that has this bass line. Now, yeah, I ain't trying to go ahead and get a copyright strike or whatever on here. I know I'm on YouTube too, so don't snitch on me. Anyway, um, but yeah. So what I like to do is I always like to start off with a piano, and the favorite piano I always like to start off with is the Rhodes, because the Rhodes is that to me is like my heartbeat. But of course, sometimes there are days when I do get a little bit lazy, and there's times where I don't want to basically sit there punch out chords all the time. So one of the things I like to use is this tool called Ripcord. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. And this baby right here, I got introduced to this. Shout out to PC Beats. I don't know if you're watching or not, PC, or you in the studio cooking. Shout out to, you know what I mean, representing the laboratory boys, you know, laboratory, out in Delaware. So yeah. So with this, I could go ahead in here and I could basically find out certain chords I want to use. So to show you how to actually put these two together, because you ask yourself, okay, wait a second, how can I have this control this? All right, that's an easy thing to do. You drop down here, you go to this thing called basically all in, but I have a track already set up called Scale a Quarter. But whatever the track name is, you want to make sure that you put it on the all in section. Post effects, you want to make sure that you're putting in the name of the VST. So it's ripcord for this one. So now I have, anytime I basically press a key, right now there's nothing playing. But when I tune on all in, now I can basically start playing it. So you can actually see what I'm playing now. So now you can see what I'm doing. But the trick about ripcord is you don't just do it for just, okay, just showing your chords off. This is basically used for actually using chord presets. I am not I am not ashamed to say I do use chord presets a lot, because there are days when, okay, I get lazy, and while I am a good keyboard player, I'm not. Ain't no way I'm Herbie Hancock. I ain't on that level yet. I mean, I wish I was. I wish I could even be on my uncle's level, but you know, in due time, right? You gotta wait and see when this happens and all that good stuff. So right now I'm gonna go into here, and when I go into here, I'm now looking at, okay, a couple of chords that I could basically mess around with, and let me see. So I use Musicians Paradise kits. Shout out to him. He has a Patreon, so if you want to support him, Musicians Paradise. So what I like to use a lot is the chords here. So I could do something like that. And basically, let me so what you can do a ripcord, you can make it sound a little bit more fluid, like somebody's actually playing it. So I don't. Okay. Oh snap! I think I got an idea. Okay. So let's say if I got an idea and I want to just put it down. But I don't like the pitch. I don't like the key. In Ableton, I could change the key. And what you're seeing on the screen, right now, I'm actually messing around with the pitch. I like to change the key a little bit on this. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. Let me see. And I just like messing around with stuff. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That works. That works. So now I got something where I can basically work with. So let's try this out. Let me put it together. Put my all my stuff in there, and 95. Okay, so let's try that. But I'm gonna do a little bit softer because, of course, it is a chill beat. So let's do that real quickly. because, okay, now you have an option to basically set it up how you want to set up. In this way that I'm going to do it, I'm going to basically have Lounge Lizard. You'll see the chords play as I play it. Because if I do it up top, it's just going to basically just record the single notes that I'm going to use for this one. So here we go. And the thing I love about MIDI, period, is changing the pitch. Bring it down a little bit. Let's try this real quick. Let's see how this works out. Put my reverb in. I think that works, right? Yeah. I love it. Okay. All right, so I got the chord. I got the effect that I want on it, and it sounds so freaking great. So now, all right, this is where I could basically start putting things around it. So I got a couple options, right? I could go ahead and basically use drum loops, which I do from time to time, or I could start off with like, okay, maybe the bass line. So let's go ahead and basically put the bass line in first, so that way we have something to work with. Now, of course, as you could probably see, I got like a bunch of plugins all over the place, but one of my favorite bass plugins to use is Trillion. Reason because it does load a lot better than my Contact in here, because I got so many freaking libraries of Contact. It's like insane. So, and I'm going to the patch browser. Let's see what I got here. Okay. Now we're not basically messing around here. I'm me. No, I don't need that. That and the preview. I thought it took that preview off, but okay, let's try it. Play from the top. Now, one way you find out what the chords are, you basically got to look at the notes. Now, go ahead, fold. And now, you could do this, where I could basically just copy everything back. You know what? Let's try that real quick. All right. So let's start with this. Break this down. And I don't want I don't want all those notes. I just want the bass line. Da, da, da. Okay. So now when I basically take that in, I should be basically to mess around with these. So once I have these notes, I should be messing around with that. That's not. Okay. And let me also get the rest of these notes out of here. Right now, I don't have. It's like, okay, Dave, what the heck you doing? Like, you're messing with my ears. You're making my ears bleed. Don't worry, I'm gonna sweeten it up a little bit. Give me a second. Okay, so boom, 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 like that. Boom, 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 like that. I like that. Okay, so that's F sharp. So yeah, I like that. That joke got a knock to it. Come on. And dum 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 dum. I could try different things, but yeah, we're gonna keep it simple. No. I like that. Keep it simple. Yeah, that's kind of dope right there. If you're tuning in, whether on Instagram or YouTube, show me some love. Let me know. This is my first time live streaming. DCee Musik Live, y'all. DCee Musik. DCee.bandcamp.com. Yes, sir. Now, for those that don't know, you may not be able to see it on the camera, but below here is a MPD 226. That's why I'm basically controlling the kick. So you can see it on the screen for those of you watching on YouTube, or for everybody on Instagram watching the first third of the screen. So that way you know exactly what I'm doing. So that way if you ask like, how is he pressing the buttons? Yeah, I still actually use gear. I use equipment. I'm more of a hands-on guy, so you know how that goes. Continuing on. Real simple. Let's record that, John. Here we go. 2, 3, and. I hate that. Like sometimes when you basically are in that real loosey-goosey thing, you do still need the metronome a little bit. So I got to put that back on just for guide. Here we go. That works for me, man. Love it. simple stuff. What do we work with, right? We worked with kick snare, hi hat loop, and Rhodes and bass line. So break down one more time what we did. So I'm gonna just solo all the parts. 1, 2, 3, and bass line. Hi hat. Bring it together. All right. I'm looking at the comments right now. Let me know what title you want me to call this song. This beat. What title? Give me a name. I want my followers to let me know like what you feeling on it. You know what I'm saying? What name? YouTube. If you, I don't know who's watching me on YouTube. I don't see a whole lot of people on there yet, but you know, this is the first day, so this is the first of many. You know, we're gonna try to keep this doing like every month. So if you want more, let me know if you're feeling it, feeling the stream. Give me a like, give me a comment, let me know what's up. Show me some love, Yes, sir. Um, People say De La Soul. V can be crazy. Say De La Soul. Red. Uh, and of course, of course, it's Jay Dilla. One thing I let people know day in and day and about my sound and my approach is that I'm a Dilla guy. That's what I start off with. Now, don't get me wrong. I like to experiment and try different things like, you know, Jersey Club and house music and stuff like that, electronic. But my baby will forever be Dilla. That style. I grew up on Dilla. Um, and even though it's kind of funny where a lot of people basically look at me like, you, man, you sound West Coast. You don't sound Philly. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you about Philly, man. Okay. Before let me get in the camera and say, I love some Philly producers out there. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys are dope, but a lot of you Philly producers out here, y'all drum sounds is kind of like, dude. Once again, I know it's controversial. I know a lot of people may look at me with the pitchforks and like, yo, man, you don't know what you're talking about, man. You just get out of Philly if you don't like Philly sound. I'm like, dude, let's get one thing clear. A lot of the stuff that we used to bang, especially in the 2000s, was neo soul. Like, where do you think that sound came from? Who was the godfather of that? Hello? I thought so. Mr. Yancey, Dilla, yes. Lord rest his soul. Stop playing with me. Anyway. But yeah, for people that just tuning in, once again, first time on live, and I just got done actually working on the beat, so I'm gonna play this for about a couple of seconds, and I gotta take care of something. I'll be right back. basically done with that track for right now. So I'm about to go ahead and open something else up. Let me get on here. And shout out Eyes, Brand Station in the house. What up, what up, what up? Appreciate you for coming out. Thank you for the love. Let people know, man. We trying to do this every month. We trying to keep this thing, try to keep this train going, man. We starting something big here. We starting a movement. So for everybody coming in, appreciate the support. Once again, as you can see, the website on the screen, dc.bandcamp.com. That's where all of my records are. If you want to support me, or even if you just want to listen to them and just check them out for yourself, and just have a taste of just what DC music is about, and you want to support a brother, dc.bandcamp.com. Can't go wrong with those. And look, I one of my first records on there. This is the only place where you'll see Sound Royalty available on Bandcamp.com. This is my first album, so yeah, I've been at it for a minute. So just let a brother know. You show me some love. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and make another one. As always, I just like to basically just continue creating, and I think I'm gonna be here for a little bit. So I don't know how long Instagram will let me stay on, you know, on this feed. But once again, I'm glad that everybody is tuning in. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know what is the dealie, yo. Well, I know. Hey, I know it's corny. Let's see. What can I do here? Ba, 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 ba. And I don't know. I mean, we just got to see what we work with, right? We just let it walk with me in this journey together. Let's all get together and just enjoy this journey. I mean, if you have a few ideas of what you want to do, or what you want me to basically play, let me know. I mean, I'm looking at the chat. I'm paying attention. Here and on Instagram. I mean, here on and on YouTube. I mean, but yeah, ain't really a lot of people on my YouTube. Yeah, I gotta promote it a little bit better. This I know it's the first time I'm on YouTube. It's all great, Rito. It's okay. But once again, thank you guys for coming out, showing love, showing love. So one of the tools I like to use a lot is this thing called Analog Lab. Matter of fact, shout out to Kane and Sound Junkie. Um, those guys, oh man, those are my they big time inspiration. Philly producers also. Um, I don't know what they're working on right now. I don't know if they got things on the horizon, but those guys are super creative, and they all both of them think outside the box. Once again, shout out to Kane, shout out to Sound Junkie, for showing support and basically just giving me some sort of inspiration, and just letting me know that yeah, there is a way to make a way inside of this city, known as Philly. Cause sometimes you do get kind of, I hate to say it, you did get kind of lost in a situation where you're feeling like, dang, um, what way is it that to basically make moves in this city? Like a lot, yeah, there ain't really that many examples for producers, um, in regards to Philly. Like most of the Philly producers go out in L.A. They go out to New York. They outsource, and it's kind of tough to basically see like, dang, is there anything to basically inspire me to make this thing happen? So that's a lot of things you do think about, and a lot of things on your head where you know you sort of have this whole thought, as you want to basically continue on with this. So let me see. Let me go ahead and mess around with the keys, see what I could come up with. Oh, wait. Woo! Whoa. That kind of wow. Wow, I think I got an idea. Yeah. Let's do something with that. That right there. That that right there. Um, that is a treat. So let's see what we can do with that. Um, oh man. Um, hold on. Wait. Okay, let's try that. Mm, Let me. Uh, uh. Yeah. Okay. Let me stop playing. Let me stop. Let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. Let me see if I can make a come up with the idea in my head. I like it. I like it too. I like it too. I like it too. I'm just all right. I gotta come up with this idea. Let me see. Because of course, when you have an idea, you got to get on it because attention span of a musician is like this. If you don't get the idea right then and there on the spot, you're gonna lose it. So now you're trying to get on it now. Like here we go from the top. Two, three, and All right, I'm gonna see if I could use my mouth for this next one. Uh, Try to. Ah, I messed up on that. Oh, I didn't mess up. There it is, right there. Take that low end out. Just like I got so many ideas in my head. Now, kind of soft. That's all I need. Yeah, I'm just trying stuff. It's just all of a sudden turn like the R&B or something like that. Uh, let me see, guy. You think I should change that? Keep that bass sound in there, like. Let me know in the chat. I know it's about a couple of second delay, but let me know in the chat if that works. That bass works out. Let me know. Get a couple seconds. Man, this is crazy. All right. You hit a button that was more. Hit a button that was more high pitch. High pitch. High pitch. Yeah. No, what I like to do is when I do this, I like to try the different octaves. I could go that way too. So let me see. I like it, but transition too fast for me to say something. All right. So let me see. I'm gonna just play it back for a couple seconds. Let y'all feel it real quick. Test it out for good. Some like in the middle of that. So let me. All right, I'm gonna just put it in. One, two, three, with a sound. I gotta come with like a string sound, something that like fill it in on that second part, because of course this is good for this good for this good to basically have like somebody on the verse or something, but you still gotta have a part for the you still gotta have a part for the hook. So I mean, yeah, and down the road when I really take the time to really, I mean, of course, in a stream, I could go ahead and sit in here for like 4 hours and basically come up with a bridge, but I ain't gonna basically go ahead and put you all through that. So this is just basically just me sketching out. Cause believe it or not, I'm actually coming up with these ideas on the spot for you live right here on Instagram and on YouTube, wherever you're watching me at. So enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. Appreciate what you got. Once again, thank you guys for showing love to me and whoever's up here. Appreciate it. Sometimes I like to just start off with an instrument, and then I may go ahead and like change it later, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna just record it and just see if you vibe with it. Here we go. I messed up. I put it in the wrong place. I was vibing. 1, 2. Let me vibe again. Here we go. Thank you for coming out, Just Me, Making Me Crazy, Redicus, Zach, Adolphus, appreciate the love. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. know. I see the picture. All right. Man. Oh man, I could go all night. But let me see. Okay, I did a. All right. For those of you just tuning in once again, welcome to DC Music Live. I go by the name DC Music. Um, some of my family know me as just Dave or David. I don't care what you call me. But if you do want to just know where DC came from, I've gone through like a number of different names. DC the Architect, Decibel, DC. Then I just made sure I just want to just make sure I call myself DC Music because that represents me, and of course DC is the first initials of my name. But of course I had to change change the what you call it, the how can I say it, the the way I spelt it because I didn't want to get sued by DC Comics. um, so that's the reason why I went ahead and did it that way. Um, I know it's not the most the greatest story in the world to basically like, okay, how do you get your name, man? I'm like, that's how I got my name. So, that's how that worked with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this real quick. And what do I want to make it sound? Okay. All right. So let's see. Like I'm gonna call it a little breeze, and because it sounds like a little breeze, it sounds like something that if I'm in the car at night, just roll it down the street. Maybe just the type of music that I want to play. You know, that's the type of music you could be. You know, chilling with your lady, chilling with your man, just you know what I mean, just vibing. Something I call it chill music. You know what I'm saying? I'm great at that. Some people said you know, yeah. So um yeah, so I'm still out here. I'm still on live. It's what I said with a glass of wine. Yeah, you know that's kind of interesting. People say, you know, you chill at the music with a glass of wine by the fireplace. You know. Oh man. All right, but once again, thank you guys once again for coming out. I think I got one more left in me. Trying to see like what can I do. All right, so we're gonna get into some sampling. We're gonna get to some chopping. So this is another thing that I could do. Now, earlier I basically showed you some of the stuff that I did previously. So what we'll do in a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and basically see what type of joints I can rock with. And I I'm a collector of a lot of samples. I mean, let matter of fact, hang on a second. Let me go ahead and just basically show you guys how I get down when it comes down to vinyl. Give me a second, everybody. Hang on. I don't know if you guys can hear me on the mic, but I got crates of music. Like I got vinyl all day. I've been doing this. Like I'm a real digger. Got my record player here and whole nine. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? I love to dig, but one thing you got to keep in mind, especially about digging for records, clearances. Sample clearances. They are always a headache. Uh, there was. Let me tell you a story real quick about one situation I had. Right. Um, I had a situation where I had this big placement that was about to happen, but because the sample wasn't cleared, the record never made it to distribution. The label was like, "Nah, we can't play that, man." So I lost out on a placement. I lost out on some money, and that's when I started actually learning how to just basically play. Because it got to a point where I was like, okay, if I don't know how to play out chords and know how to basically make my own music, then I ain't gonna be able to get paid. So, and especially nowadays with people basically trying to you know, try to just get money out of you. Um, you got to be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it is what it is on that. So, I mean, I don't know if anybody has ever felt a situation where you feel like you got an opportunity where something happens and all of a sudden because of something that's out of your control, you can't really, you know, go forth and do stuff like that. So, you know, you know how that goes. But anyway, let me go ahead and basically mess around with these samples here. Now these right here are royalty free. I went ahead and I made sure that. I do also use Splice, which I'm a big fan of. And I do a lot. I do chop a lot of gospel samples, but we're gonna mess with some soul stuff today. So let me see what I can mess with today. Let me find out. I just play around with a few of them. That ain't working. Okay. No, no, no. Nah. Mm, try the patch. Ooh. I think this one. I think we got some playback. Yeah, let's work with this one. Yeah, I like this one. Alright, I gotta remember that one. Alright, so that is 55. Just make sure I remember that one. Cause sometimes when I got, as you can see, I got like so many freaking samples and sounds and plugins that sometimes you get a little bit lost trying to figure out like, okay, how the heck how I'm gonna do all this stuff. So we're gonna basically mess around with this. We're gonna see what it works with, and we're gonna bring drag and okay. What I'm using here is called Serato Sample. Now this is the one where um I know many people have heard about Serato DJ. I know many people have heard about even using AI. Yes, I am a fan of using AI as a tool. And what Serato is one of the first pieces of plugin that you can separate vocals from drums. So that way, the coolest thing I loved about this was when I found that I could use a sample and take the drums out and just put my own drums in there. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That's nuts. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna slice this thing up and let's see what we got here. Okay. So what I could do in here, I could go ahead and take the drums out. So I like the drums, but of course I'm a guy that likes to basically put my own drums in there, put my own spin in it. So we're gonna basically see how that goes with that. But yeah. Then of course with Serato, Serato has the algorithms to basically take anything that sounds like a drum, whether it's a kick, snare, hi hat, anything that's in that frequency in that spectrum. It's something in that in the algorithm that knows how to do that. I don't know how it came up, but it's crazy. So, but when you basically take the drums out, it sounds like this. Now, sometimes, of course, I don't like to use the regular key. I like to bring it down a little bit, and it's something I learned from what's that producer, Mark Ronson. He's like, yeah, when you pitch it down and you slow it down, it sounds better. Okay. Now, sometimes what I don't like about when I take the drums out, you got to bring the sound up a little bit. Or what you got to do is if you don't, this is the volume tab I'm using by the way. So let's say if I don't like it that way and I want to basically bring it. Come on. Sometimes it don't know how to. Sometimes it don't want to work with me. Come on, zero, settle. Um, then there's times where you got to basically just mess around with it and you know, bring the drums back. But here's another feature I like about it. All right, I don't want the drums to be too evident in there, so I'm bringing the drums back and I play. All right. Now, normally I would change the pitch, but for the sake of everybody basically watching this here, and of course, shout out to Vegan, Vegan Me Crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and Vegan. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for you. We're gonna basically just keep it the regular pitch, you know, just to, you know, have a little fun with it. So here we go. chop there. I did my little DJ Premiere impersonation. So anytime that Premiere mess around with a sample more than every 4 bars, it's like always a chop up somewhere. So I don't know how that works, but we'll see how it works. Okay. Boom. Now, good question. Actually, Vegan, I had to stop the beat to ask that question because she basically asked, "Are you going to do this just for fun? Or are you selling these tracks?" Look, hey, I mean, if you want them, uh, let me go ahead and put my little notepad on the screen. Uh, yeah, whatever. You can hit me up at this email right here. You want to get beats from me? DCeeBeats@gmail.com. Let me know what's up. Let me know what's good. Or you can DM me in Instagram or comment below in YouTube, you know. But that's my email. So if you want to holler at me or get beats or whatever, I'm selling these beats too. It ain't just for fun. So I'm doing it because I love y'all. But the, whoever wants to buy these beats from me, let me know. So moving along. All right. So basically, see what I do with this drum loop. Now, when I do hip hop or sample chops like this, now I can keep it like this, and it basically just sounds good. But I like to add drums to it, cause sometimes when you basically don't add drums to it, it don't sound full. Like it sounds like something missing. So I don't know, but I mean, I don't know what y'all think about it, But we're gonna play around with it a little bit. We're gonna have a little fun. So see what we do here right this. No, 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 no. Ew. No, no, it's too sloppy. No, no. All right, come on. Man, it sounds kind of resin. Now, there's times when I try to do a loop, and sometimes the loop don't work. So, what I like to do, I just go the old-fashioned way. I just like to make my drums. So, and of course, I've just like collected drum kits, whether I get them, off of online, buy them a kit. Let's see. too much, man. It's kind of. Do that. Two, three. Right. I keep forgetting to put that plus sign on. So that way. Because the one thing I don't like about Ableton sometimes, when you basically loop and you don't have that plus sign on, it's basically an overdub. You want to make sure that you keep the overdub on, so that way you can add beats, you can add the other part of the tracks. Because sometimes when I'm just coming up with ideas, I always start off with the hi hat, and then I basically I have to basically like find um, the other way. So, okay, let's try. Um, ooh, let's try just a regular. Ooh, ooh, I think I got some. It's right here. All right. Now sometimes, like I said, there is, like I said, with any doll, there's always like this whole thing where when you're trying to put the sound in, sometimes the sound likes to flam, and you got to try to get rid of that flam, because that's cool for snares. It's awful when we talk about bass, kick drums and whatnot. So you want to try to get rid of those little flammy flams, I call them. So take out that flam. And you got to go in there like a fine tooth comb. Just take some of the joints out. So 1, 2, 3, and yes, sir. And yes, vegan. This beat is for sale. Talk to me. DCeeBeats@gmail.com. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You know how I go. Haha. Yes, yes. All right, so basically just breaking down how I did this one more time for those that are just tuning in. Once again, this is the one and only DC Music coming to you live from Philly, the West Wing, and appreciate you for tuning in to DC Music Live, the premiere episode right here on Instagram Live, simulcasting also on YouTube. So if you want the big screen to see everything all on HD, go to YouTube. But if you tuned in to Instagram, stay on Instagram. Love y'all. love the movement that we trying to start off here. Like, listen, I'm building right now. We working on something. So I think this is gonna be a big deal for everybody. So you my day ones. Everybody here basically tuning in. Y'all my day ones. So I appreciate the love. Thank you guys for coming out. So to break down what we basically just did, I always start off with the sample. So we start off with this. And basically I'm a solo the drums. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You know how I go. Ah. All right. So I'm gonna call this one the vegan special. So uh yes. I'm gonna call that the vegan special. Um Shout out to Vegan Me Crazy. You know, appreciate the input on that. And yes, once again, a lot of these beats that I will be making, about I did about three already. A good chunk of them already will be available for sale. Of course, you can get in touch with me on dcbeats@gmail.com. Holla at me. We can renegotiate. Look, I work with majors. I work with independents. I'm reasonable, but I ain't cheap either. So, fair warning. Like, listen, lights and the rent must be paid. Okay, like, listen, I know I got a 9 to 5, but this is my 5 to 9. So, I'm gonna help you out. I got work with you and flexible, but don't try to cheat a player. I love y'all though. Okay. Anyway, so for those that are tuning in once again, I'm gonna go ahead and replay some of the earlier joints that I did just not too long ago. So, where was that other one? Um, oh, matter of fact, I got a couple. I got an older one that I wanted to showcase a little bit. So let me see. Lineage. Let me check this one out. Waiting for this to load. All right. So, um, I like to take a lot of time with making beats. So let me see which one was this. Do I have? Let me hear the sample on this real quick. Oh yeah. I like this one. So this one right here was, I think I did back in June last year. So check this one out. Okay, so that was Lineage. Um, and then just goofing around, just trying to come up with a, just basically running through a few of my older beats that I had. Um, Look, I'm in here almost. I ain't trying to say every night. I ain't. I wish I was, but you know, yeah, I got a day job. You know, I can't be in here all my whole life. I wish I could be here forever, but yeah, I can't be here forever all the time. I got things to do. So let me see. Mm, 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 mm. And I see you right. Yeah, she's like, I'm right. I got the pen and pad out. I'm trying to write. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. You got lyrics, huh? That's crazy. No, but I appreciate it. I really do. To just see the response. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Really loving it. So let's see what else we got. I like one, two, start from the top. All right. Man, I like listen. I could be here all day playing beats. I could be all day. I'm in here almost every week. And don't get me wrong. Um, I was in here. Oh, matter of fact, yo, I got to show you a project from this artist that I worked with at a challenge. Let me see. I'm trying to get her name so that way I basically don't butcher her name. Um, See if I can find that. All right. Let me get on this real quick. Yeah. Once again, shout out to Sasha Jones. Sasha Jones. I actually we did. She had a challenge out there. Now she does have her version of the song. The original version is out. Please support at Sasha Jones, SHA Jones, for her to basically to show her love for her version. But there was a remix that I did not too long ago, and she put a challenge out there for all the producers to basically come out with some dope stuff. So I said, all right, I'm gonna put my hat in it. And I mean, I didn't win the part for the placement, but she gave me love to basically just for participating. So enjoy, y'all.
Caught you slipping, I'ma let you slide. All night, my life. Caught you slipping, I'ma step aside. So you can bounce.
Yeah, so there was that. That took me how many hours? Now I'm gonna just play it without the vocals. Now I'm gonna just break down everything in this part. I actually started. I'm gonna just basically play the hook, because the hook was where I always like to start off with everything first. I like to build every part of what I'm gonna do, then work from there. So when I did that breakdown right here, I started off with this. Bass line. Choir, 2, 3, choir. Strings. Lead melody. Drums. All together. With the vocals. So, uh, yeah, vibes are going nuts, insane. Um, man, how can I say this, man? Man, it's been great. It's been awesome. Um, you guys showing love. Once again, I'm gonna play one more joint, and then we're gonna basically call it a night. Cause your boy does gotta go ahead and I do have Sunday service, so I mean we hit partying, we having a good time tonight. But you know I gotta play drums for church tomorrow, so I can't be too tired, too tired, too tired, too tired. So one more joint I'm gonna play for the night, and we're basically go ahead and conclude it. Um, and yeah, pretty much. We're gonna do it again next month. But once again, if you want to follow me right here on Instagram at DCeeMusik83 or YouTube.com/DCeeBeats BEATS. You can also reach me DCeeBeats@gmail.com, or as you can see on the screen, dc.bandcamp.com. That's where all of my releases are. So if you want to follow me, if you want to basically listen to anything that I previously released, coming soon, I will be working on volume 3. That is in the works. So a lot of things are happening. Once again, appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. So one more beat, and then we're going to basically conclude. Trying to find out where is that track. Before I go ahead and where's that other one? I may not have it. Do I have it? You know what? I'm gonna do this one. So yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna load it up. Wait for it to load up. All right. I think I got, yeah, this is a good one I could basically end the night with. Once again, people, hear me out on this last one, and we basically gonna call it a night. But once again, thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. This is DCee Musik. Love y'all. Appreciate it, man. Everybody, support me. We're gonna do this again next month, April. We're gonna be, hopefully we make it bigger, better. Hopefully I have a guest. You never know, right? But even if it is just me, we're gonna basically still have still have fun, still have a ball, still do what we do. So, but yeah, keep the music flowing. Take care, everybody. Good night.